Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. We record these interviews so that potential buyers can learn more about the business and the seller to help them make an informed buying decision. If you would like to learn more about this business, including details like what type of business it is, how much revenue and profit it makes, and all of the assets included with the business, simply visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business's listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and in the description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. So without further ado, let's get into this interview. First up, let's learn a little bit about you. Can you tell us about your background in building and running online businesses?
So I've been building and running online businesses, particularly Amazon e-com brands, since 2018, where I started my first brand selling bamboo kitchen products on Amazon USA. I ran that brand until 2022, and then I ultimately exited that brand as well. So the following year in 2023, I started this current brand that I've been now running for the last 2 years that I'm bringing to the market. So overall, I have been building and running online businesses for 8 years now, coming into my 8th year. It's something that I've got extensive knowledge, experience, and expertise in.
Why are you selling the business now instead of keeping it and growing it further?
The reason that I'm selling this business is because my skill set really lies in the startup phase of building brands. I really, really, really love finding a product, validating it, bringing it to the market with phenomenal branding, and really allowing the market to give me feedback via sales as to whether or not I was correct in thinking that product would do well. That's something I really get a kick out of. I really love branding as well. I really love that kind of startup phase of taking a brand from 0 to 7 figures. Beyond that, I've found that it requires a lot of management, a lot of kind of mundane running tasks, which I just don't enjoy. So the reason that we're selling the brand now is that it's kind of at this crossroads where to take it to 8 figures a year, it will require extensive capital management, hiring, and really scaling the business systems internally, which is just not what I enjoy doing. Again, I'm not really an operator. I'm a brand builder, and I love starting new businesses. So I'm excited to get back to doing the things that I'm really passionate about.
Can you describe the amount and the type of work that you do on this business to maintain it?
To maintain the business, the type of work that I really do is around kind of monitoring our numbers, monitoring our P&Ls. I work about 2 to 4 hours a day, and that's, again, just making sure everything's going good, looking at the numbers, strategizing growth and seeing how we can grow the business. Are we looking to go into new marketplaces? Are we looking to launch new products? I'm always looking for ways to actually grow the business. Are we working with new influencers? What's the new thing that we can do to continue the growth? Beyond that, my business partner, Chris, he works probably about 3 to 4 hours a day as well, doing all of the inventory management, dealing with deals and pricing management per marketplace, all of the PPC management, and together kind of doing product research as well.
So if you were to keep this business, what are some of the ways you would try to grow it?
If I were to keep the business, my main priority for growth would be using Meta and Instagram ads. So we have thus far spent $0 to date on Meta and Instagram ads, which could be highly profitable and highly advantageous in that we would get a lot more exposure and a lot more sales through our private website, which would lead to the next growth point, which would be focusing more on the website and really optimizing the website. It's highly unoptimized at the moment. So there's a lot of opportunity to go in there and fix the conversion rate by, optimizing checkout flows, leveraging email, SMS marketing, and really going through and just optimizing the private website and using Instagram, Facebook ads for traffic onto the website. The next thing that I would do is expand further in Europe. So far we sell in Germany. However, we have gotten sales from many other European countries fulfilled from Germany. So what I would focus on is also expanding into those European countries with FBA model and really dominating Europe. The next thing is TikTok Shop, which is a phenomenal opportunity in USA. I would certainly make sure to create a TikTok account, which is something we haven't done yet. So we have no TikTok at all. So I'd create an account. I would link it to TikTok Shop, and I would have UGC ads and also paid ads through TikTok to further solidify our online presence and also create a brand new revenue stream altogether. And then also I already have a product list. So I would focus on launching more products that are marketplace specific, mainly in Canada and Australia, as we found that these are the most untapped niches. And these niches have a lower competition than USA, much lower, and have really good demand. Now they're really starting to thrive. So I would focus on launching new products in Canada and Australia. And then also doubling down on influencer deals. We've had some great deals so far with some professional soccer players and hybrid athletes. And we've got awesome connections like the physiotherapist of Cristiano Ronaldo, who works in Saudi Arabia. And what I would work on is solidifying more deals and breaking into the professional soccer/football market in Saudi Arabia and potentially Europe as well. And really just utilizing our great brand and Instagram page for further influencer marketing to drive even more legitimacy and exposure generally to our brand.
Right. And what would you say are the biggest risks with this business that buyers should be aware of?
The biggest risk, I think, for this business and business model is being too limited to one or two marketplaces. I think that if you're just selling in one country, for example, Amazon USA, and then your Amazon account maybe gets deactivated or something, then that's extremely risky. But thankfully, we've worked really hard to diversify the different marketplaces, selling in Australia, Canada, Germany, as well as USA, and also having the private website, the Shopify website. So I'll diversify even further by using TikTok Shop to have another revenue stream altogether. So that's the biggest risk, and that's really taken care of. Other than that, I would also continue launching new products across marketplaces just to make sure that all product life cycles are refreshed and everything continues growing on the rapid trajectory that it currently is.
How much support are you willing to offer the buyer who acquires this business?
So we are committed to ensuring a very smooth transition and long-term success for the new owner. Our post-sales support includes, firstly, comprehensive video library and SOPs. So we're creating step-by-step training videos on managing all of the Prodigy X operations. So these are like detailed walkthroughs on handling all Amazon FBA queries, how to do Amazon FBA, all of that, how to do everything to do with Shopify, all customer service, and all SOPs, so standard operating procedures for order fulfillment, supply communication, and inventory management. Secondly, we are happy to create a private WhatsApp group with 24/7 support that we can use for 60 days, which is basically the new owner will get direct access to myself, Eric, and also my business partner, Chris, for real-time guidance. So this is quick responses to any operational or strategic questions that need to be answered quickly. We'll have that WhatsApp chat available. Further on that, we also will offer 4 one-on-one transition calls for the first 60 days after the purchase. And these are like 60-minute Zoom calls to assist with anything to do with the transition, including Amazon PPC, supplier management, order fulfillment, daily operations. So these calls are scheduled based on the buyer's needs. So whenever they need a call that's a bit more in-depth, that requires kind of a face-to-face meeting, they can use one of these calls. I'll also personally do direct introductions to suppliers and logistics partners. So this will be like a personal handover for all supplier relationships. So I'll make sure that the supplier knows exactly who the buyer is, what's going on, and the same for the buyer, for them to know who the suppliers are. I'll introduce them in a chat so they can continue the really good relationships that we have going on, and also guidance on negotiating better pricing and payment terms. We've already got plans in motion for this, and I can give this to the buyer so they can instantly implement the plans that we were going to do to get even better prices and payment terms. So next, also we'll offer like full Amazon and Shopify transition assistance, meaning like the actual transition of any accounts, login details, all of that. Also ensuring like everything's like smooth with ranking, reviews, ad campaigns, everything just going solid and continuing on as it is, and assisting with anything to do with like health metrics, compliance, and all of that stuff that comes with Amazon as well. So lastly, we will also offer growth strategy implementation. So these are like 2 additional advisory calls that we will do in month 3 and 4. So after the first 60 days where we kind of do all of this comprehensive support, in month 3 and 4, we'll have these growth strategy calls, which again, 60-minute Zoom or Google Meets calls, and will provide advisory support around Amazon PPC optimization, Shopify growth strategy, influencer and ad strategy, customer relation and email marketing, all of the important stuff. So basically, it's our aim to have everything covered for the purchaser so they can go in, they have all of the information, they know exactly what they're doing, everything's handed to them perfectly. We're helping them as well through the chats and the calls to make sure that everything's going awesome. So overall, the new owner will have like everything they need to competently take over, operate, and scale the brand successfully, ensuring a complete smooth transition and, of course, most importantly, long-term profitability.
Are you open to negotiating something like an earn-out agreement?
I totally understand buyers might consider an earn-out structure, but for us, we are looking for a clean exit with full funds upfront. And the reason is simple. So we are fully focused on building new brands, and having all the capital available allows us to go all in without being tied to the performance of a business we're no longer operating. So we've put in the work to build a strong, sustainable brand, and we are so confident that a buyer will see the value in that. So while earnouts can work in some cases, for us, it's just not the right fit. We are looking for all of the funds up front.
Okay, final question. If you had to put yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why is your business a business worth buying?
This is a great question. And the reason that this business is worth buying is plain and simple. It's because the upside potential of the growth is absolutely phenomenal. So again, we've not spent a single dollar on any Meta or Instagram ads, and our Shopify website has performed incredibly well with just utilizing some influencer tactics. By going all in on Meta ads and then also using more influencers and driving traffic to our private website, this is such an opportunity to really become a dominant household name in the health and wellness space. And also, as the health and wellness space continues to grow rapidly, there's no better niche to really be in right now. So the business is also worth buying because the brand is so phenomenal. What's been built so far, all of the fundamentals laid out, it's all there. All that needs to be done to take this from the numbers it's at now to being an 8-figure-a-year brand is just execution of the plan. So the upside potential is massive, and that's why I'm a solid believer. I'm such a strong believer that this business is worth buying right now at this point, where someone can come in, put the plan in place, into motion, and execute it and take it to 8 figures plus.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this business is still for sale, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. Once you've unlocked this listing, you'll find everything you need to know about this business. So, thanks for joining us. See you next time.